Okay, right. Okay, I'm just going to share the screen and we'll get underway. So, okay. Welcome everyone to a brand new webinar I'm doing called Reconnect to Unity. I'm Nicolas David Ngan of the Centre for Conscious Ascension. And this one is all about following Alex. Cool. Hi, Alex. This webinar is slightly different to the other ones I've done. So, have you always felt that something is not quite right about the way life is on Earth? And looked up at the stars and wondered where home really was. I used to do that a lot. I thought I was dropped off on the wrong planet. And I really wanted to reconnect to home. Did you feel there must be a better way of being in the world? Something fundamental was missing. I certainly had that when I was younger. But no matter what you try, you just can't access this better place because there are ego, emotional blocks in the way. So the purpose of this Oneness webinar is to start the process of healing some of these emotional blocks, to connecting back to the oneness, back to the unity consciousness where we come from. That sense that a part of you, that you're a part of a oneness of everything here. So that's what we're going to do today. So what I'd like to hear from you guys is what's brought you here. Just set the intention a little bit. What's brought you here? What do you need from us? We're sort of setting energy intention, so you can either talk to me or just message me on the chat. Or just switch on the mic and talk only. But we might start with the brave ones, Sharon and Lavinia, who one of you might like to share what's brought you here, because we're setting group intention here. Because the group process is not a one-to-many transmission of information, it's more a group process we're doing. Sharon, do you want to go first?
Sure. Hi everybody, it's great to share this space with you. What's brought me here is that I definitely relate to what Nicolas was saying about feeling like there's got to be more to being here, and looking up at the stars and just trying to work it all out and have a greater connection to source energy, and getting to know myself better so that I can grow and work with those emotional blocks, so I can have a greater understanding of what that means for me. Thank you.
Okay, and where are you, Sharon? To everyone just say where you are. So,
I'm in Victoria in Australia.
Okay, thank you.
And it's about 4 a.m. at the moment.
Very brave. So, thank you. Okay, Lavinia, what's brought you here? Try and mute on the way. That's it. Try now.
I was standing in the kitchen and I was actually asking myself, what does unity mean? And I'm really not quite sure what it does mean, but suddenly an answer came to me. All of me is going to merge.
Okay.
I want to clear my connection to source energy.
Yep.
Just as Sharon said, that's me too. And I also have, I think it's a fear of being responsible.
For
accepting that I am creating my life.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's a big one to own. Thank you. And where are you living here, so people know?
I'm in Essex, in the UK.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just outside London, southwest of London. That's where I am. So. Okay. Sarah. Thanks, Sarah. Sarah said, I'm an empath. I can intensely feel the pain all around, and I'm suffering greatly, unable to work and hate standing around as a bystander watching Earth and people I love held as prisoners on this planet at this time. Okay, thanks, Sarah. Right. Okay, does anyone else want to share why they're here? Sort of putting your intention into the intention pot here before we get underway. You can just type away or switch your mic on. Give you a couple of minutes to think about. Alexandra, hi. Hi, Nicolas and everyone. I'm here because I want to feel whole so I can be of service to myself and others. Okay, thanks, Alexandra. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Sarah, I've always been interested in your work, so curiosity has brought me here, and I often feel homesick. I'm from New Zealand. Yeah, I used to feel homesick for quite a long time too, Sarah, but it doesn't happen anymore because I've been away so long now. Okay. All right, so let's get underway here. Just want to make some more adjustments to some settings. Hang on. Just get these settings right here. And still time if anyone else wants to put their intention in here for this. Okay. Right. All right, so let's talk about how you got here. Okay, and why you feel so different from everybody. All right. Petra said, hi everyone, I'm feeling a part is missing, that's why I'm here. Okay, thanks Petra. Okay. All right, so in the beginning in this galaxy, there was source, all that is, God, great spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's one great soul. And it wanted to experience itself more, wanted to know itself more. So what it did, rather than thinking about it, it actually expanded its consciousness. It had an outbreath of itself. And it breathed out consciousness, and it densified this consciousness, this light. Think of source in the 12th dimension here. We're down in the 3rd dimension. Basically, the light got denser and denser and denser till we got down to these physical bodies here. Here are sort of individuated souls. Here we're more connected to unity, oneness, okay, what we're talking about. So what source did is it expanded itself into many parts, and each of us is a spark of source, spark of the divine. We're all part of one great soul, and part of us deep in our soul remembers that. But then part of us, paradoxically, is stuck in this physical earthly reality. There's some pretty crazy stuff going on, especially recently, wondering, how did I get here? And how do I get home? And the reason we feel so different and dissonant this reality is because we remember this, we feel it in us. We may not be able to put words to it, especially when you're younger, but this is where we come from. And we seek to go home. Okay, that's why we look to the stars, because we can see this ain't it. All right. And for you guys who come here, you're all spiritual seekers or light workers. You came to Earth voluntarily to bring this higher consciousness, and most of you don't need to incarnate again particularly, but you came to serve, to bring this higher consciousness in, to basically help this outbreath of source, which is completed, because source has learned everything it can, because we are basically sparks of the divine, living our lives, and each of us is living as a spark of the Creator, creating in each moment in our life. Creation is not happening out there in the universe with some big bearded white guys in robes sitting on the throne. We are the Creator creating in each moment. That's what's actually happening there. And we came into embodiment to bring the higher consciousness of the higher dimensions here, to wrap up what we call this game of separation from Source, and to help Source bring itself home. That's why you're alive. And the reason you don't feel at home is because you're only 2 or 3% of the entire population, which is made up of light workers who came specifically to awaken the other 97% of the population, which are called ground crew. They're the ones who are less conscious. Doesn't mean they're lesser souls, just that they've had less time to evolve. And we came to bring everyone home by bringing our consciousness here, bringing our service here. And this is why most of you feel significantly different from everyone around you. How many of you guys, when you're out and about, look at other people thinking, this is a bunch of aliens, these people don't speak the same language as me? Just you put it in the messaging, put your hand up metaphorically. I've always felt this is a really strange place. Who are these people? Why aren't they speaking the truth? And I realized they can't help themselves. They're just not speaking the truth because that's just the way they are in their consciousness. And I always felt I never fitted in down here. Until I had my spiritual awakening and I realized what I've just told you. I learnt this. So you're always going to feel different and you're not going to be able to fit in. There's no point trying to fit in because it's going to mean lowering your consciousness. Okay. Sarah says she's from Alberta, Canada, looking for me. Okay. Well, me's within you, which is what we're going to talk about, Sarah. So it's very important that you be true to yourself and maintain the purity of consciousness, which comes from, at least from unity here. Alexandra said this feeling of not belonging resonates. Okay, so you've come here as more conscious beings, doesn't mean better beings, but you come here voluntarily. I know some of you won't put your hand up again for anything in the future, but this is actually we volunteered to come here to help the entire planet, the entire consciousness go back home. All right, so it's important you just be yourself and affect others with your consciousness, not let the matrix, not let the consensus affect you with greater and greater degrees of unconsciousness, especially recently. So this game of separation is winding up, and this is the purpose of incarnate life. This is why there are planets and suns, so that sparks of the divine can come and incarnate and experience being the creator, mostly unconsciously, but you guys are doing it consciously. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to work on how to break through these barriers. This is the astral plane. There's a bunch of interference energies stopping you from accessing source. So we're going to clear a pathway so you can get back to oneness, back to unity, back to that feeling you seek of home. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. So we're trying to access at least up to here, fifth dimension, where in this case you don't feel a sense of individuation, where there's just oneness. You know and feel that you are part of everything, unity. So it's very important to focus on what you desire in down this reality. There's lots of distractions to get you focused on everything you don't like, which is what happens here. You get this. Most of us focus on the red dots, all the issues, the stuff that's not working in life, the stuff that blocks us from getting into unity. We gaze at our navel. But actually, I did that a lot. The idea is to focus on the good stuff that's in your life. Focus on unity. Focus on getting back to God, basically, back to source. So you multidimensionally open up to higher consciousness and create a different sort of reality in your life rather than buying into the program reality of the matrix, which is what we're subjected to incessantly. So the way we do that is that we need to peel our ego onion. So this is the spark of the creator here. This is us. But it's encased in this ego structure, all these layers of onions, a red one in this case. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start peeling some of these layers of onion with the technology that comes from source called divine healing. So you can start to reconnect to the unity that you are. So you can start to break through this illusion that you are separate from source, that you're never going to go home, but you definitely fell off the back of a truck and landed on the wrong planet. So reality will always feel dissonant, but if you can embody within you the sense of unity, it makes it much easier to be here because it's a reminder of home. And you can use that energy in your mission of service here. So what we need to do is to connect to, we're going to have a direct experience of this. I'm just giving you enough structure so you know what we're going to do today. Very soon we're actually going to try this for real. Is that we need to bring the willingness, desire, and courage to heal the fear of reconnecting to unity, because our egos are very attached to keeping us disconnected from source, because the ego believes that if I connect to source, it'll be annihilated. But actually, this be reabsorbed gracefully. So the idea is to bring feeling consciousness to any issue, the red stuff, which stops you connecting to unity, stops you connecting to source. Because what you feel, you can heal. So feel free to ask any questions as we go through as well on the chat, or just talk to me. Yeah. So the ego is not so keen on us clearing its issues. So what it does is it puts this layer of turquoise ice, this energy of emotional ice that numbs us out. And so this is our resistance to opening to unity. Because what you can't feel, you can't heal. So we sort of get stuck unless we actively work on this, breaking through. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to break through by bringing consciousness to these blockages and connect to the separation program that keeps us from connecting to unity. And as we do that, spirit starts to move and grace descends. Okay? All right? And as that happens, the programs blocking us from connecting to home they start to clear. Okay? So what we're going to do is this meditation here, oneness. So I'm going to talk about it first, and we're going to do it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to center in our heart space. Actually, we'll just do this. I'll talk about it as we go. So I want you to have your feet flat on the ground and breathing through your mouth here. Set the clear intent of connecting back to unity, back to source, or at least to the fifth dimension, in whatever way is appropriate for you, because we all have our own unique way of returning home to source. Don't focus on any negatives. Don't focus on, I don't want to be here, because you'll start creating that feeling. Focus on what it's like to be back home, that feeling of rightness and oneness. Let go any ego chat and resistance. The ego will throw up all sorts of stuff. So now we're going to connect with oneness. We're going to do what's called a unified chakra meditation. It's a meditation radiates from the heart out to the 14th chakra, or back at source, way above our head, all the way below our feet. We're going to create this ball of light, and the light's going to start from the heart. I'm going to guide you through it in a minute. Start from the heart, and we're going to breathe this ball of light and expand it in all directions. So we're going to expand through all the dimensions from the third dimension, where our focus is, but we exist from here to source. We're going to expand it out to the 14th chakra. So you're going to connect to all the parts that you don't normally access. And from this space, we can start to manifest reconnection to unity. So I'd like you to breathe through your mouths and start to create a glowing ball of ultraviolet light in the center of your heart. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand that ball of ultraviolet light from the soul out to your throat chakra and your solar plexus, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the brow chakra and the navel chakra, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the crown chakra and the base chakra, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. You feel yourself expanding as we do this together. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the Alpha Chakra, one hand length above the crown, slightly forward, and the Omega Chakra, one hand length below the base of your spine, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the waves of Metatron, magnetic, electric, and gravitational waves to vibrate between the Alpha and the Omega chakras and to merge with the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies to create what we call the kingdom. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 8th chakra, one hand length directly above the crown chakra and your upper thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the emotional body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart. Expand and encompass the 9th chakra, 2 of your hand lengths above the crown and the lower thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center, and allow the mental body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart. Expand and encompass the 10th chakra, 3 hand lengths above the head and the knees, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body, and allow the spiritual body to merge with the physical fields to create the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 11th chakra way above your head and your upper calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body, and allow the oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 12th chakra way above your head and your lower calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body, and allow the Christ oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart Expand and encompass the 13th chakra way above your head and your feet, forming one unified field of light. Within, through, and around your body, and allow the I Am Oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 14th chakra way above your head, way below your feet, forming one unified field of light. Within, through, and around your body, and allow Source to merge with the throne. Then allow the highest frequencies of your spirit to radiate from the throne at the 10th chakra level, 3 hand lengths above your head, down to your crown chakra, down into your heart chakra, and to radiate outwards in all directions into the kingdom. And breathing through your mouth, I'd like you to breathe into this unified field. Breathe into the oneness that you are, the unity that you are. You're now connected from here in the 3rd dimension all the way back to the 12th dimension, to yourself, Source. Now we're going to do a manifestation process. To rebuild that reconnection to Source, to unity, that sense of oneness. So I want you to feel the oneness you feel now with the unified chakra. And the aim of this manifestation is to start to create it more and more in your everyday life, not just in these old states, so that you're in it more and more. And the more you're in it, the more you'll be able to follow what we call the spiritual signature, the flow of spirit. And the more graceful your life will flow. Things will just happen with grace and ease. There'll be a lot less struggle when you're connected to unity. So feel that feeling in your heart of oneness with all that is in the unified chakra. And then what we're going to do is we're going to breathe that feeling from the base chakra, which is our creative center, all the way up to the crown. And we're going to make a sound, one of the sounds of God, called Ah. This comes from Wayne Dyer's Manifest Your Destiny book. It's a very powerful manifestation process. He was given by an avatar. So I want you to what we're doing is we're clearing out the pranic tube of any barriers to creating this reconnection to unity, which you can feel in your body now from the unified chakra. So breathe that sense of unity from the base chakra to the crown and say after me. You don't want to switch your microphones on because then we do it together. It's more powerful as a group if you want to. Okay? Because it creates a resonance here. Okay, so we go. Unity, breathing unity from the base to the crown. Ah. 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 You may feel yourself go into an altered state. Ah. 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 Just a moment. Ah. Ah. Now this time when you breathe from the base, you breathe up to the crown, you breathe out to the oneness of the unified chakra, you breathe it all the way back to Source. So what you're doing, you're saying to Source, I desire to create unity in my life. So you've got to send it out to source and ask for it. This is what we're doing now. So base to crown, all the way out to source, to the limits of a unified chakra at the 14th chakra level. Here we go. Feel what that's like. Feel yourself expanding back to oneness, back to unity. Normally we do each stage for 7 minutes at a time, but we're doing these pieces of it so you can understand the process. Now the third stage is where we breathe, same breath, we breathe that sense of unity from the base chakra to oneness, but in this time we feel the gratitude that will come from this, because gratitude opens a pathway from the heart to source. So do this once more, but with gratitude. Gratitude. Now come up. Feeling really expanded now. Base to crown, back to one. Feeling your gratitude for being committed to unity. Feel the bliss of this reconnection with unity. Connecting to home. Relax and just feel that sense of unity. You're now connected to home, where we all come from. Breathe into that unity and breathe into that unconditional love, that peace, that serenity. What we're doing is you're asking us to manifest more and more in your daily life through this process here. And this is actually what's going to happen. So be fully present with what comes up emotionally as a result of reconnection to unity, because the ego is not so keen on connecting to unity. This is a threat to its existence. The ego is not you, it's just a construct we have to have a sense of separation from Great Spirit. Just be present with whatever comes up. Now we're going to do a bit of divine healing to actually clear the program that's coming up from the ego, so you can connect even deeper to unity. So I've already opened up the divine healing space. Divine healing comes from source. Divine healing is based on the principle of ask and ye shall receive. And the idea of it came from source to help us get home, to dismantle all of your ego onions so you get back to oneness. It comes from many different schools of healing, many different races of beings in the higher dimensions. So I've opened up the divine healing space and aligned everyone to the energies of the higher self. And it's going to guide us here. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to clear a whole bunch of energy interference of astral beings, this red stuff here. In the lower part of the astral plane, it's blocking you from connecting to unity. I'm going to clear a whole bunch of them because they would have got a bit upset by what we're doing. So I'm going to clear that. So I want you just to keep your eyes closed and just feel this. I'm going to be doing this quietly. The first group of beings we're going to clear are called earthbound souls. And these are beings who have left the physical body after it's died but are hanging out with you because you carry similar resonance. I just want you to feel this now. So here we go. Be done quietly. Feel the shift there. Now we're going to clear extraterrestrial beings at the high dimensional levels. They come to observe us. Nothing to worry about. They come here because they want to learn what it is to ascend. What it is to have an emotional body, because you need love to ascend in consciousness. And a lot of them had left that behind. They went too much into the mind. Okay, so we're going to clear some of them now. Feel the energetic shift from that. Okay. Now we're going to release discarnates, entities, and attachments, all sorts of other astral life, okay, which can be around you, holding your emotional programs and ego programs in place, that have been triggered by this meditation. Feel the energetic shift there. Thank you. You may want to burp. All sorts of other things can go on when you do this. Okay. Put a little pause there just to let that integrate. Anyone like to share how that felt on the chat or by talking, switching your mic on, how that felt to have that interference cleared while we're allowed to integrate? Lavinia, do you want to share how that was? Just bottom left. That's it.
I could just fall off to sleep, just lie down and go to sleep. I just felt various pains moving around from my body, and now they've just sort of, I've still got one in my left shoulder, but they just seem to disappear. They were just moving around my body and then they've disappeared.
Okay.
Except for this one.
Okay, that may go later. Thank you for sharing. Sarah has said, I felt fuzzy and lighter, thank you. I could finally rest in my heart. Okay, anyone else want to share that on the chat? Okay. Sharon, do you want to share how that was? You've gone a bit blurry at the end here.
Yeah, not sure why. I feel that there's a stronger connection to source. It feels like there's a more direct connection, so there's not an interference there. Before I was still I feel very grounded, but I just felt it open up a lot more once you did the clearing.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you focus your intention with this manifestation or where you want to go, any program or being that's going to pop out of the ego trying and stop you. So what we're doing is we're flushing out everything in the way or reconnecting to unity by going for what we desire, not focusing on what is in the way. Okay, because the ego will try and stop us in this case. Okay. Anyone else want to share on the chat? Alexandra said, I get a sense of trust and comfort. Thanks, Alex. Okay. Right, so that's what we call an interference chart in divine healing. We're removing these energy interferences from the astral plane. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to clear a few other what we call main low frequency programs that come up. I'll show you the divine healing manual, the level 1 manual here. Okay, so this is the level 1 manual. There are 26 charts in divine healing, and these are main low frequency programs that we carry that trigger. Okay, so I'm going to scroll through it. So if any of these programs resonate with you, just write down whatever resonates. Maybe probably one that's running that got triggered by the unity meditation we just did. Okay, and so this is your soul showing you, this is the program that's in the way that needs to be cleared. Okay, I'll go up and down a few times. Or you may just have a feeling in your body, and that'll do. If you already can feel something in your body that came up, just breathe into that and bring consciousness to it. And what we're doing is this: we're bringing feeling consciousness here to whatever the separation program is. And it can be whatever it is. It's important not to judge it or feel bad about it. It's just a program that got triggered by the meditation. Oops, I was going the other way, wasn't I? I was just going up again. I got sad coming up actually from this. So So divine healing basically maps out all the programs that can be in the ego. And we can use these tables to find out what they are through number mapping. By asking higher self to tell us which one to go for. Okay. So what I want you to do is close your eyes and be with whatever the program was. Just be present with it. I want you just to be aware of how that program operates in your life without going into a big story. Egos love stories. Okay, to try and justify themselves. Just feel the thing. Yeah, okay. Okay. Because we're bringing feeling consciousness to it, breathing into that little red dot here. That's what we're doing. Because when you can feel it, you can heal it. Just gonna have a drink. While you guys do that. Now we're going to target this program, whatever it was, by going to what we call chart O, which is original time. We're going to find out, well, where did this thing come from? Okay, that's what we're going to do. So this is the original time chart. So just open your eyes, and there are 24 different things you could have, it could come from. Okay. So one of these is going to jump out at you. Okay, write that down. You have to understand what it means. You don't have time to go through the meaning of them in any detail. Some are self-explanatory. I got 7 alternate universe. When we target a program in time and space and dimension, then it's much easier to release the program. Okay? If you get 12 in utero, pick a number between 1 and 42. That's the number of weeks in utero. Get number 3, pick a number between 1 and 0 in your current age. The number will just drop into your head from the higher self because you're very connected to it now. If you get 19, pick a letter A or B, whatever resonates more strongly. So basically, higher self uses this as a map to diagnose what is creating the experience you're feeling at the moment in this divine healing process, and then to clear it. Okay, so you've found the original time. Okay. Go back to main low frequency program chart. So we've got some targeting information. Right. We're not going to do any other charts at the moment. Keep it simple. So I want you to keep your eyes closed and breathe into all aspects of the main low frequency program that came up. I'm breathing into the feeling of sadness through your mouth, not through the nose. Breathing through the mouth keeps you in the body. Breathing through the nose keeps you in your head. Be aware of any attachment the ego may have to hanging on to this program. Become aware of any feelings of being bad for having this program in the ego. Any judgment the ego has of itself. I get lots of judgment around my sadness. And the more you can open to it, bring consciousness to it, the more it can integrate and heal. What you're doing is you're bringing this consciousness to it, and you're filling that program with your consciousness, the blue shape there. That's what we're actually doing. This is how we heal a layer of the ego and get a little closer back to unity, back to oneness. Let's do this for a little while. That is to breathe as deeply, in my case, into the sadness, or whatever the program is. When we get to a point where you've reached the outer extent of the feeling, you can go no further, which is what's happened for me. Okay. So yeah, got another minute to do that. Okay, now open your eyes and we're going to do this command code together. So switch on your mics if you're ready to, able to. It's more powerful we do this as a group. Okay. And repeat after me. We ask Saint Germain
We ask Saint Germain
for the purple flame
to pour the purple flame
through the aura and subtle bodies,
through the aura and subtle bodies,
to burn away all low frequency energies
to burn away all low frequency
that
energies
we have discovered,
that we have discovered,
so that new high level vibrations
so that new high
level vibrations
can be accessed.
can be accessed.
Saint Germain and higher self,
Saint Germain and higher self,
please burn out in one go.
please burn out in one go.
100% the core issue
100% core issue
through all levels and dimensions.
through all levels
and dimensions.
We'll pause there, let that happen. To allow one process to complete before we start another in divine healing. 100% the original cause through all levels and dimensions.
100% of the original cause through all levels and dimensions.
100% the source of its power through all levels and dimensions.
100% the source of its power through all levels and dimensions.
Pause. 100% all energy attached through all levels and dimensions.
100% all energy attached through all levels and dimensions.
Pause. 100% all of its effects.
100% all of its effects
through all levels and dimensions.
Through all levels and dimensions.
Let me say thank you. Gratitude is really important because it opens you up to the grace of Source.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel the shift. If you want to yawn or burp, it's fine. I want to yawn after that. It's the rest of the negative energy of the program. It feels like quite tired. There's quite a strong release of energy from that. So to give that a bit of time to integrate, I'd like to have a little feedback either on the chat or talking to me, how that was. Who would like to start? Lavinia, how was that? Lorraine, you're sharing your screen there. Are you trying to share your video? If you want to share the video, you go on the bottom, you go on the left. Okay. Yeah. You click on the start video. There you go. Thanks for showing yourself. Okay. I'll just unmute you.
A lot of energy moved off my shoulders completely.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Now we can see you. Yeah, I can see you now. That's fine.
So I felt a lot of energy. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I felt a lot of energy move off my shoulders. They're completely lightened up.
Yeah.
So that was quite amazing.
Yeah.
But I can definitely feel a lot of energy moving.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just stay there. Welcome to the visual part of this.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share how that is? You can just turn on the mic only if you want, or just put it in the chat. Okay. All right. Sarah said my program was fair, and it was affecting a lot of my life. I felt a nice sense of peace. Okay. All right. Okay. Lavinia, how was that?
I feel completely off the planet, actually.
Yeah. Oh, in a good way.
Yes. My issue that came to me was abandonment, and it was created in alternate realities.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping. I do feel quite released now.
Good. That's the idea. Whatever layer of your ego onion that's in the way of connecting back to unity will come up in the right order when you do this work. It's a natural healing process. It goes with grace and ease. Sharon, how was that?
Yeah, it was great. I guess one word to sum up how I'm feeling now is peaceful, and I feel quite happy. When I checked in on the program again, there wasn't anything there. Like there was no response. It's what I was getting before when I was feeling into it.
Yeah.
And then checked afterwards. Yeah, there was blank. So that makes me very happy.
Okay, so that was clear. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else want to share how that was in the chat or just talking to us? We get to the next one. Give it a minute. Let's have a look. Everyone else? No other one. Okay. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to clear any past life issues that are preventing you from getting to unity. All right. So I'm going to share the screen again. Oh, Alex said, I found it challenging to focus on just one feeling. There were many words from the list which jumped out at me. I chose one to work with. Dishonest, which merged into sadness and fear. My mind jumped to a few judgments and about the feelings. I still have a feeling of sadness, but I feel peaceful. Okay, cool. Thanks, Alex. So when I post the YouTube video, I'll email you guys probably by the weekend, by the time I process it. If you do this again, you'll have the same experience, but you'll probably have some different main low frequency programs come up. So it's a very powerful healing process when you do this, okay? But certainly don't do it when you're driving the car or anything like that. You can use it to clear a lot of issues, just the video alone, because it will contain the original transmission, okay? All right, so we're going to clear any past life issues around this. Okay, so let's get to the past life chart here. A lot, a very, probably 80% of what we deal with is from our past lives, okay? So some past lives probably got triggered by this. Don't worry about the death thing. This is just, it might have been a past life death. But what I want you to do is, we're just going to use the past life command code here. So I want you to close your eyes and become aware of any past lives that are preventing you from reconnecting to unity. So, because divine healing is all about intention, okay? And they'll come up in your energy fields, okay? And become aware of how many there are. I've got 3 of them that are coming up. One of them is being a monk, embodied on earth is a penance, not allowed to reconnect to unity. And just your intention and focus drives the way divine healing works, because your higher self knows exactly where you are. It built you, so it knows how to dismantle all these programs preventing you getting back to unity. Okay, open your eyes and do this command. Switch your microphones on. We're going to do this command code together out loud. Okay. All right. So repeat after me. I'm going to adjust the wording a little bit. Higher self.
Higher self.
Higher self.
Please clear, heal, and integrate
Please clear, heal, and
integrate
all these files and memories,
all these
files and memories,
including all cellular memories,
including
all
cellular
memories,
DNA and the subatomic levels.
the DNA and
and
the
subatomic
subatomic levels.
I'm now ready to heal
I am now ready
to heal
all
past lives
all past lives
that have been blocking my reconnection to unity.
that have been blocking my reconnection to unity
blocking my reconnection to unity
At all levels and dimensions,
at all levels
and dimensions,
time frames,
all time frames,
realities,
realities,
universes.
and
universes.
a little pause, let that happen. You may feel energetically quite busy. The fields are sort of going to be buzzy as stuff gets cleared out of your field. It goes busy for a little while and then it sort of calms down. It's still going at the moment. Okay. I command any soul fragments
I
I
command
command that any
that
soul
any soul
fragments
fragments
with these memories
with
with
these
these
memories
These
memories
memories
now return to me,
are now
now
are now
return
returned
to
to
me.
me,
fully whole and intact.
fully whole
fully
and
whole
intact.
and intact,
It's appropriate.
It's
as
appropriate.
as
appropriate.
appropriate.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
I
I
welcome
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 these
soul
soul
fragments
fragments
back.
Pause. Let that happen. Allow each command code and divine healing to do its thing. Okay, it's done. Repeat after me. I command
I
I
command
command
I command
that the whole holographic matrix
that
that
the
the
whole
the
whole
whole
holographic
holographic
matrix
be repaired
be
be repaired
be repaired
through all layers and levels,
through
through
all
through all
all
layers
layers
and
and
levels,
levels,
brought into full alignment,
and then brought into
Lord,
full
alignment,
alignment,
integration,
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 and balance,
and
and
balance
balance,
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
to
allow
allow
for
allow
wholeness
for wholeness to
emerge.
emerge.
Okay, close your eyes, let that happen. A shake, having a bit of a shake here, clearing that. Let me say thank you, more gratitude there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Embrace the shift. Let's allow a bit of integration time. Appreciate these tunes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called an energetic nutrition chart to help integrate it. When you go through all these shifts, you've also got to allow them to integrate into the body, which takes a little time. So we're going to work with this nutrition chart here. This is energetic nutrition here. Okay. And we're going to command this energetic nutrition because what's on physical nutrition is it's a frequency carried in physical form. So we've got amino acids, essential fatty acids. So I'm going to scroll down this. What I want you to do is one of these will jump off at you. It'll literally jump off the page and just write that down. We'll just memorize it. Okay. I've got arachidic acid here. You don't have to know how to pronounce it or what it does. Okay. I'll go up and down a few times. Minerals and vitamins here. It's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. Go back the other way. Go down again. Last time. And these frequencies bypass the ego defense mechanisms and go straight into your system just to help integrate all the treatments you've had so far. Okay. So now you can switch on your mics again and we can do one last command code to finish off the healing process. Okay.
Okay.
So, higher self.
Higher
Higher
self.
Higher
self.
self.
Please encode this nutrient
Please
Please
encode
encode
this
this
nutrient
nutrient
in the perfect balance
in the
in the perfect
in the
balance
perfect balance
that is required,
that
that
is
is
that is
required,
required,
and clear and aligned
and clear and aligned
clear and aligned.
all pathways,
All
pathways.
pathways,
maximum assimilation,
maximum assimilation,
assimilation,
absorption,
absorption,
Absorption
and utilization.
and
and
utilization.
utilization.
Feel the shift, you feel it going in, you feel your vision change, it may alter you somewhat to do this. Okay. it was just sort of settle. I'm feeling myself grounding a little bit more. So it was quite strong, the past life clearing. Okay. All right. So who would like to share their experience either on the chat or just talking out loud on the mic, with or without the video, whatever works for you guys? I'd like to hear how that is.
During that process, I felt tremendous heat.
Yeah. Who's speaking there?
It's me, Lavinia.
Lavinia, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Where was the heat, Lavinia?
It was sort of around here.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, cool. A lot of energy releasing. Okay. Anyone else want to share that? Thanks, Lavinia. Lorraine, do you want to share how that was?
Yeah, I could feel a lot of energy coming in and all around my chest area, and it's still there now.
Yeah. Okay. Sarah said my arms felt very heavy from my shoulders down. Okay. Sharon, how was that?
I can feel the energy coming out from my fingertips and also just the extremities, really. My toes, my feet, and my hands have just gone quite cold. Yeah, but it just feels like that's how it's exiting my body.
Yeah, some sort of shock's leaving that's cold, leaving out of your body. It's been good. Anyone else want to share on the chat or through speaking on the mic? No, okay, we'll continue. Thank you, everybody, for contributing to that. If you decide to put something up, just I can read it in a little while. Okay, actually, I want to go to here. So, all right, so the process we used here was divine healing we did two processes. We did a manifestation meditation of connecting to unity, which triggered a lot of ego programs. Then we used divine healing to clean them out. So the principle is you focus on what you want to create, where you want to go in life, which is in this case to reunify. And then what we then do is that we clear the stuff that comes up out of the way. So in summary, just so you understand the process of what we were doing there. The first process of the meditation, the oneness meditation, I'll go back to that actually, just so you can use it for yourself later, is that it's described in this Manifest Your Destiny book, which is very good. There's 3 stages of the manifestation meditation, and you do 20 minutes in total, about 7 minutes for each one. Breathing from base to crown, within this case unity. Second, with the sound ah. And this is done. It's meant to be done at sunrise. Okay, when the shift from dark to light is a very powerful manifestation time. But you can do it after sunrise if it's too early. You just say, Mother, Father, God, I command a time shift to whatever sunrise is. I'll put up lots of links with the YouTube video on how to find sunrise at for your precise location. It's much more accurate than the general internet sunrise and sunset times, because this is how you really manifest this in a very powerful way. So about 7 minutes of doing this R sound, base to crown, a little under 7 minutes from base to oneness. You want to have a countdown timer on your phone or stopwatch, or on your watch. Watch is better because you need to look at the phone. Then breathing unity from the base to oneness, where you're in and feeling gratitude. So when you do that, you're triggering this manifestation of this oneness. And then what we did is that we did the divine healing to clear whatever came up. It was triggered by this. And if you keep doing this, you're going to get closer and closer to source more and more of the time in consciousness, because there's less of your ego onion here blocking you. Connect to source, okay? That's what we're actually doing. So essentially, divine healing is a multidimensional system to open to grace. It gives you these tools to connect to spirit, connect to oneness, to empower you. Basically, if you keep doing this work, it's designed actually to enlighten you, really, which means you've completely dissolved the ego. Okay, and it basically allows you to pretty much clear any ego program which is blocking your manifestation of whatever you desire in your life. But my guidance was to teach you how to connect back to oneness, because if you connect to oneness, pretty much anything you want to happen will happen in your life, but it does take time. Okay, so when you connect to oneness, life flows with grace and ease. There's more abundance. You become in charge of your life rather than being at the mercy of your ego programs. So what we're actually doing here is that we're working on clearing 3 key programs when we do this sort of work. When we separate from source, we have 3 things that happen in our ego. We feel mistrust of God, we feel unworthy to be loved by God, we feel abandoned by God. And all our other programs are based on these 3. All right? So what we're actually doing here to reconnect to unity is that we are like this little model here. This is you down here in this body, the bottom. The impermanent personality with a mental, emotional, and energy bodies in the physical body, full of these emotional separation programming. And it's connected through this little blue line there called the antakarana to your higher self, the permanent part of you, with a God, self, high emotional body, and non-linear mind. This is where your higher consciousness is. So when this is just enough life force to keep you alive, but we're suffering down here with all these programs because we chose to experience being separate from source, so we could journey back to source, back to unity. So here, what happens is that if you use the divine healing and clear the personality, as you get clearer, the antakarana opens up. And then what happens is that more unconditional love comes in. So life starts to flow better, more unity comes in. And the more you do it, and the bigger the antakarana gets, the easier life flows. To the point here where you've completely cleared the personality. This is called enlightenment. The antakarana is at maximum opening, and you've got maximum unconditional love running through. So in this case, life is really, you're in unity here. You have reconnected fully. And basically, your ego becomes what's left of it becomes completely surrendered, and it's a servant. It's the foundation in this earth plane for the Atmic, Buddhic, and bodies, okay, the God self, non-linear mind, okay, and higher emotional body. And through you comes this unity, this love, to serve in whatever ways in divine order for you. And when you get to that stage, you really have reconnected to unity, and life is very graceful. Things just flow. There's not the same struggle that we normally have. Because when you're connecting to unity, you're going from the path of the ego mind, the path of suffering, as the Buddha says, which is a little ego here, being separate from God, to an expanded state of consciousness, because you've opened up your antakarana, to following the thicker line called what we call the spiritual signature. This is the flow when you are reconnected to unity. You're following each moment what opens your heart, where source spirit wants to take you. And as you converge on that, life gets easier. And this is the effect of clearing the ego, focusing on the unity. Okay, so this is actually what we're doing with this process. Any questions on the process? Questions or comments? Put it on the chat, or was it pretty clear from there? Lavinia, Sharon, the brave ones, Lorraine. No?
It was all clear.
Is it pretty clear?
Yes, yeah.
Good. Dark said she had to leave. So I've been doing this since about 2006 when I first learnt it from Almira, who developed it. She's one of my ex-wife and ex-business partner. She developed it with a couple of colleagues of ours. And we wanted a tool that help us get back home to source and consciousness. And I'd say since 2006, my life's completely changed by using this process. Okay. So if you're interested in learning more about it, on a faster way home and a more graceful life, okay, to deliver your gift of service to the world by connecting to unity, I run a training in this. Next training is 28th of Feb to 2nd of March on Zoom, 12:30 to 8:30 UK time, 7:30 to 3:30 Eastern time. You can find out more at thedivinehealingtraining.com. You can learn how to do this. The deposit is £166, about $230 US, which you can secure your place here. And the full fee is £490, or about $660. Or you can have private sessions as well to free up your life with Divine Healing if you want to try it again. The idea of this was to give you a good experience of how it works. So this work is shared so you can get home to source, you get home to unity. You can live an easier life and not be at the mercy of the ego. And I just love doing this because I see people's lives completely change. So I'm just offering this gift from source to you. Because it was brought down as the final part of the ascension process so that you have the opportunity to get home and not be at the mercy of the ego anymore. That you could be the walking, talking expression of spirit, of high consciousness. Okay, Sarah said, I'm not sure I have deciphered my name for the Divine Consciousness map. Is there a way you could verify me decoding? You're talking about the soul contract reading there, Sarah. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Probably want to email me on the email for the webinar, Sarah, later. We can sort of figure that out, okay? Okay. Any final questions or comments or feedback before we go, people? Okay. Okay. I think Miriam said thank you so much. Thanks, Miriam. All right, so the video will probably be out to you by the weekend. So I've got a course to prepare for. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun doing it. This is the first time we've done this version of the webinar. So Sarah said, bless you all. All right.
Thank you very much.
So if you need more healing, just watch the video again. It'll be just as powerful, but on whatever issue is coming up for you. Okay.
Thank you, Nicolas. That was fabulous.
Thank you.
All
Greatly
right.
appreciated.
Take care. Petra says thank you as well. Okay.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.